right, we were recording. It is 9:15 Pacific time and past midnight on the East Coast where Cousin Sal is, where he finished his roller coaster week. Let's see. The Mets died.
Oh.
The Ryder Cup USA team died. The Cowboys tied. And our cousin came back. What a roller coaster. We just watched a 4-hour football game that ended with a team willingly saying, yeah, fuck it, let's have a tie. 40-40. And yet it was a win for the Cowboys. You must have been dreading this game all week.
We won the trade. It's over. We won it. See how easy that was?
2 firsts.
I was so excited about the Bad Bunny announcement, and then we get a tie out of this mess. That was terrific. But you could say the Cowboys got lucky, but my God, I don't know how much this game you want to talk about. How lucky was LaFleur that there was a 1 tick left, and that the guy at the working the clock wasn't half asleep and make it go. Oh, that was amazing, just amazing.
I was dumbfounded by the Packers. You were down. You had like a 5th round, 4th string linebacker in the middle of the field who Collinsworth was just openly going, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. And they're just running these bubble screens and side passes. And they have Kraft. They have all these receivers who go over the middle. Every time they throw over the middle, it's complete for 8 to 15 yards. Yeah. And then when they need to do it on 4th down, they do it. And then they start doing the bubble screens again. I thought that game was such a loss for the Packers, as happy as I was for you that Dallas looked good. Their defense was so bad. I mean, they couldn't get a stop. Their special teams was bad. I thought their clock management was bizarre. And then it almost ends with them botching it. And it should have gone to 0. Where was your clock guy? I mean, honestly, like in high school and college, that game's over.
That guy can't come back. I mean, Jerry needs to pay the clock guy $148 million. That's where our next big payment goes there. And by the way, speaking of, didn't it seem like in the beginning the Cowboys were kind of playing not to lose, and the offense went into gear? But I think Jerry gave everyone a bonus. Says, hey, if Parsons doesn't get a sack, offensive line, quarterback, running backs, blocking,
$1 million each.
Everybody gets it. I'll blow all the Micah money right now. I don't care. And he technically, I guess, got a sack, but I was like, God damn, that better not be the story. Him stopping Dak from scoring there, and Green Bay comes down. But it was a ridiculous game.
The crazy thing was he's doing interviews before the game.
Yeah.
It's like he's the last person who didn't realize that everybody hated that trade. He's still talking about it, making cases for it. And then, the ultimate case was the most valuable guy in that team other than Dak is the kicker. Would you trade Aubrey for 2 first-round picks? The guy's the biggest weapon in the league. With these kickoff rules and how far everyone can kick field goals, it feels like he's worth 20 yards a quarter, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like in overtime, you're like, well, you got to get it. They're going to score at least 3. They get 1 first down. He's kicking a field goal, so you need 3 to tie him.
We've seen some of these teams go from quarterback to backup quarterback, and the line doesn't move at all. I feel like if we had another kicker in there, the Cowboys line should go up a half a point or down a half a point in there. And it's going to be great to see this guy hold out next August for all the money in the world. That's
you have a great kick returner too. I mean, it was. I thought special teams had a huge impact on this game.
I was in a cab. I'm in Brooklyn, and in between the late afternoon games and the night game, and I'm coming back, and everyone's like, Jerry was crying talking to Jason Garrett. He's saying, oh, we should have won 2 Super Bowls. I was like, don't anyone send me this video, because I will vomit all over my hotel room, and some poor housekeeper is going to have to come
Super Bowls with who?
With Jason Garrett.
Like the Super Bowl, the final game in the season?
Yeah, that Super Bowl. Yeah, not the Bad Bunny Bowl, but yeah, the Super Bowl.
Who thinks they should have won 2 Super Bowls? I don't even know if they should have made a Super Bowl. I mean, was the Romo botch where Garrett wasn't the coach for that?
No. But, we had some 13 wins. We were right there if not for Eli. But anyway, let's celebrate the tie.
Well, let's celebrate the fact that the Cowboys are entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, I don't know, you're going to go, well, now you have a tie. Will you go 6-10-1, 7-8-1, 5-11-1, whatever you're going to end up with. Right. But at least it's going to be fun to watch. The other team's offense is going to move up down the field. Your team can move up down the field. Lamb will come back soon. Pickens, that was the best game I've ever seen him play. I thought he was dominant. Javonte Williams, who you took a flyer on, I thought he was really good too. And I got to be honest, I didn't really feel like there was a difference between the 2 teams. Did you?
Yeah.
Like watching
No,
that
but
game for 4 hours, I didn't really feel, I felt like they were right near each other, which is a bad sign for a team we were sending to the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago, myself included.
I think our offense is good. I don't want to praise our defense at all, but I do feel like there are certain games this team's going to get up for. We got up for the Eagles game opening night. We didn't win that game, but we got up for it. We made sure we didn't lose to the Giants, although we played piss poor football. And we were going to get up for this one. I don't know what that says for the rest of the year, but I think you're right. They're going to be entertaining. You know, I don't think NBC or anyone will be embarrassed putting them in prime time because they'll score points.
No. Plus, we had the Chiefs were finally a little bit entertaining today. New overtime rules. That was the first time we've had those. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it. I don't know. I think it should have been 12 minutes if we're going to do each team gets a possession. 10 minutes is a little late because what happens is the Packers, they give up a field goal, then they just basically stonewall it and they make it so either we tie. That's not fun. I didn't feel like it didn't feel like sudden death to me. It felt like sudden nap.
Yeah, but this wasn't an exact. The Cowboys didn't score a touchdown. They kicked a field goal. It's been like that for years. If you kick a field goal,
I know, but I just didn't like it in general because even if the Cowboys scored, the Packers were still going to get the ball back with their chance to go down. I didn't feel like it was as tense as I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
that's my point.
You know,
I never felt like I was like, oh my God, oh they got it. It was like this was never felt that way.
I feel like here's something I'll say is. You know, it's the way you think about it is, if you win the toss, you play on defense, right? Because you want to see what the team does. You want to see what you have to do in the second possession.
I didn't like that either.
I don't know if that's the case anymore. If you have an exhausted defense, you're putting them out there right away, and the Cowboys move the ball down the field. And the Cowboys defense was probably equally as tired, had about 15 good minutes to re-energize, you know, otherwise, and the Packers maybe score a touchdown if they get the ball first.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I just didn't feel like there was the same urgency to the quarter. Like, first of all, you're deferring, which they did a lot of stories on that before the year. And it's like, probably slightly makes sense to be second because then you have the option of going for two and trying to whatever if both teams score a touchdown.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would want the ball first. Dallas had been on the field for a while.
Momentum.
Whole game was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I think if you're going to have both teams can score a touchdown, like let's make it 12 minutes. Let's make the game longer. 10 minutes is just, I don't know.
I don't like a tie.
I didn't love it.
Situation. I didn't love that the Ryder Cup could have maybe ended in a tie. It's like, really, we're going to watch 72 hours of golf and it's going to end in a tie. Like, we can get rid of all these ties. It's plenty of scoring.
The Ryder Cup had this wrinkle nobody even really knew about, that Hovland's. It's like, I'm hurt. It's like, looks like we split the half. It's like, what? The guy can't play. Right. Why don't you lose the half?
Yeah, I guess we benefited off that in 91 or something. But yeah, I'm with you. There are some dumb golf rules too.
It's the Bill Simmons podcast presented by FanDuel, and the NFL is back. And thank God. FanDuel has everything. They got an awesome app. They have SGPs. They have great futures. They have good prop bets, live betting, your way bets, clean app. It's great to use. Been using it for a few years. Every time I go back to Boston or any place that has FanDuel and I get to use it, I'm always excited. I'm on an airplane runway. You done the airplane runway?
Yeah. Everybody.
Airplane runway.
There should be a button. The runway button.
I'm on the airplane runway. I got to get this in. Get your bets in. Build something bold. Make every game feel bigger. Download the FanDuel app or head to FanDuel.com/BS to get started. The Ringer, committed to responsible gaming. Please visit rg-help.com to learn more about the resources and helplines available and listen to the end of this episode for additional details. You must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Paid endorsement. So what would be your dream overtime rule? Like, how would you do it? Because I didn't like what happened tonight. Whatever that was, I didn't love it.
My dream overtime rule is that they do away with it. So we could have started this at 11:30 instead of 12:20.
Come on. You'll have a slice of pizza at 1:30 in the morning. You're fine.
Not kidding. You're not freaking kidding. I don't know. I still haven't heard one that's perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I would have gone 2 more minutes. I think it should be 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Yeah. Because then that's enough time for 2 long drives. You get the 2 timeouts. And then if you're the Packers, where you're like, whatever, we'll just tie. you're not worried about Dallas getting the ball back because you can do what they did, which was just basically kill the clock. I didn't like that.
I'm good with adding time. I don't think it's a danger thing anymore. You got half the players wearing helmets the size of the sphere, so we're good. We could play 2 more minutes.
The Packers are playing blackjack. They're just surrendering over and over again. Surrender. One more.
Very strange. So you didn't like the 2-point. I don't think I take it you didn't like the 2-point conversion being run back or the extra point being blocked. You weren't a fan of that.
You know what I wasn't a fan of? They scored and it's 13-0. And I had a great day today. And this was like the Packers and some money line parlays was the capper. Yeah. And I went and I got myself a nice thing of hot water. 3 minutes. I'm talking to my son in the kitchen. Come back with my glass of hot water with a little lemon in it. And it's 13-2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I have a stroke? What did I miss a safety? And so now I'm rewinding. And I mean, that never happens, that 2-point thing. They said it happened 15 times in the last 11 years. I don't remember any of the times. Do you? Like maybe once?
No, it never happens. Nothing. It never happens. A football fan drinking hot water with lemon. What's the matter? Are you sick or something?
Huh? What's wrong with having hot water with lemon?
What's right with it? Hot water and lemon. You deserve that kick being run back.
I'm old.
My God.
I had some pizza today. I wanted to send some hot water down the pipes.
Oh my God. Wow.
How dare you?
No, it's good. It's good.
You were complaining on Tuesday night because I wanted to get milkshakes and you didn't want to get a milkshake.
I know.
You wanted to share a milkshake with Rob Mills.
Right.
You're going to share a milkshake with another grown man. You're making fun of me?
I can't breathe at the end of these meals. It's not, I still don't want hot water and lemon. I would never be seen.
Well, the hot water is making me hot and sweaty right now. So I'm probably going to have a stroke as we do this. Well, Green Bay, I'm pretty lukewarm.
Yeah.
I know they'll get a couple receivers back. They'll get a little healthier on the defensive side. But for the most part, the impact of the Parsons thing was not what we had in our heads so far.
Definitely far from what we saw week 1, right?
Yeah.
Like against Detroit. Like, oh, this team's not, you're going to be lucky to get 10 points against this team at all. I'm looking at the divisions. You want to guess?
For NFC North?
North, yeah.
I think Detroit has to be favored now, probably minus. I haven't looked at this. I would say Detroit minus 140.
Detroit plus 140.
Or,
Green Bay.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. No, I would have said minus 140.
Yeah. Green Bay's even. Detroit plus 140.
So Green Bay's favored still.
Yeah. Barely favored.
I don't know.
And they have to play in Detroit. Yeah.
So who would you have in the NFC right now?
In the whole NFC?
If you had to pick an NFC team.
It's the Eagles. I hate it, but it's the Eagles. Yeah. Isn't it?
They had no completions in the second half.
I know. They're laughing at all of us.
They just love to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Let's play a game of win you over.
Oh.
I'm going to throw some things at you and you tell me if you were won over or not.
All right. I'm going to throw some hot tea with lemon at you.
I got to write it now. I don't have a lemon in this one. It's just hot water. Look.
At least put it in a Big John stud glass or something. Come on. You got all those.
This is going to be us in the nursing home 25 years from now. You're making fun of me with the hot water.
Put your lemon away.
Win you over. Did the Chiefs win you back today?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
They did. Yeah. They I think they were laughing at all of us, much like the Eagles do with their offensive game call. But I don't know, man. I mean, they have receivers like dancing. I'm like, all right, you barely break 17 points any week, and you guys are dancing around. Then, like, I don't know. Do you think it's a combination of the Ravens defense being abysmal, bottom 3?
I thought it was a good sign how they played today. I didn't understand the line this week, especially when all the Baltimore injuries came out. I thought it probably should have been closer to pick 'em. With that said, I just thought Baltimore was decimated. I think Harbaugh knew it. Some of the usage with Henry was pretty strange, where he just wasn't in there on these 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1s, where I feel like in January he will be. And I thought the announcers did a good job of talking about it. When he's out there, you have to play like he's going to move your line back. And when he's not out there, you can just play everything completely different. So I just felt like they kind of knew they weren't going to win the game, and they went pretty vanilla. And Lamar tweaked his hamstring, and they're just like, all right, he's out. It was like they just felt like they weren't going to win, and they didn't really want to go for it. That was my take.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. This is 2 weeks in a row we saw Lamar not be able to break contain, right? And maybe you're right. Maybe they're just showing vanilla offense because they knew they were going to be stuck today. But yeah, that the Chiefs are, once the Chargers lost to the Giants, I'm like, oh, I get it. Now the Chiefs are going to win. They're going to be a game out, and they still have the game at home against the Chargers. Now I understand football.
Kyle Hamilton had a really weird quote. Let me see if I can find it. It was the only thing that made me feel weird about maybe something's going on with the Ravens. He said, I just want to apologize to the fans. The product that we're putting in the field right now, not up to par with what the Ravens have been in the past and recent past. We're trying our best to correct it, but obviously something's wrong. It's their best guy on defense.
Yeah.
Now they're missing 7 guys. It's going to take a while for everybody to come back, and they feel like they do this every once in a while. But the difference this time around, going 1-3, apparently that's only happened twice in the last 25 years for them. In 2005 and 2015, they didn't make the playoffs. And more importantly, their defense is on pace to allow 560 points.
Wow,
that seems like a problem. Yeah,
that's a lot.
They're 560 for 17 games. And they just don't get stops. They seem slow. And I would be like, Mallory is freaking out. She thinks they might be the year from hell team.
Yeah.
Which brings up the point that we don't have the year from hell team obvious yet. And they're probably the favorite, right? They're minus 150 to be the year from hell team. Who else would you put? The Niners?
No,
Niners.
They're kind of coming off the year from hell. So you could assume that it might happen again. Yeah, I was thinking about it. So just taking it down the ladder a little bit, like I don't think Lamar could be in the conversation with Allen before this game even to be MVP. Because like after last week's performance, like, wow, they're going to lose 5 games. They're not going to be a top 2 seed. Now I'm not even sure they win that division. Like,
what do we have for the odds there? Do you have that?
Baltimore's minus 210. I would not take. I don't know if there's value in the Steelers plus 280. But I had no way I would take the Ravens at minus 210 at this point.
So Steelers have a 2-game lead on them, and one of the biggest, shiniest horseshoes up their ass that I've seen in recent years. Just, it's unbelievable. We're going to talk about them later. I think there's a real issue with the Ravens with all these injuries, and the fact that the bigger thing is their schedules. It was one of like the 3 or 4 schedules we were kind of worried about heading into the year. We were wondering if they would go 2-2 to come out of this and then kind of right the ship and do what they do. But I don't know. I guess the one thing with them is the division. I don't think now that Burrow's out, Cleveland can't score. There's already are they going to change QBs stuff with them? And I continue to not think Pittsburgh is good. I don't care. They can go 16-1, and I'm just not buying them this year. I was in on them last year. I don't see it this year. Do you?
I'm with you, but they're going to win games like this, like today, right? Like, I don't want to give them too much credit, but their offense isn't imaginative at all. They move the ball a little better. But, I go back and forth. They have wins against Justin Fields and Drake Maybe and Carson Wentz. And I'm like, but I'm not betting them to win the AFC North, right? And they have the Browns and Bengals next. They could be 5-1, this team.
They seem so easy to stop. Rodgers is just quick throwing everything. I don't understand why teams don't just move everybody up. Like, they're not trying to test anybody down the field at all.
Yeah.
I don't think they run the ball particularly well, though. Gainwell was pretty good today. And they just get these turnovers every game. I mean, the Jags are the other team that are just getting turnovers left and right, and the Steelers are getting them. But the game today, like, the right tackle and the center and the Vikings were out by the second quarter. Like, you just kind of knew. All right, Carson Wentz with a AAA offensive line, like, this isn't going to go well. And then they're playing in Ireland, which is supposed to be, their foreign country neutral site. It's like 95% Steelers fans there, and it felt like a real home game. And it seemed like it was loud there too. So I just don't see it. I thought the Pats should beat them last week, like convincingly. So
yeah, I mean, look, they're probably somewhere in between what we saw today. I still don't like the quality of quarterbacks they're facing. Like Wentz, we fall in love with some of these backups. Like Wentz won last week. They crushed Cincinnati. Well, look what Cincinnati did the week before. They won, and we like Browning, right? Like you can't count on these guys to play consecutive games, above par, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Wentz and Mariota were two people I didn't bet on Washington.
Yeah.
Two quarterbacks you could have bet on today and felt good about that until you're watching the game and you're like, oh shit, I bet on Marcus Mariota. What did I do?
Right.
Did the Jaguars win you over? Where are you with that? I mean, how much of that game did you watch?
No, I watched a lot of it, and I have to stick with them because I picked them to win that stupid division. And but they're
3-1. I don't know if it's stupid.
Plenty of times they look to give that game away, right? That just seems to be the thing. Like, will the clock expire before they do enough stupid shit? Whether it's Trevor Lawrence going out of bounds, when he should be trying to kill the clock. But I think you said it earlier. Like, they have 3 or more turnovers in all 4 games. They had 4 today. Yeah. And Eric Armstead
13 total.
Yeah. So that'll keep them in every game if that keeps up. But it's also kind of flukish.
They had 9 total last year. They have 13 already this year through 4. They lead the league. And
pretty good.
I've actually just randomly, I think, have watched every Jaguars game. I think I've had money on 3 of them. There were a couple, dopey turnovers that that was stupid. But there was somewhere they caused the turnover and they are aggressive and they do fly around and they make plays. So at some point, it's a real thing. I want to point out they're a dumb Jake Browning drive away from being 4-0. Right?
Right. For sure.
Their best player has 12 catches and 0 TDs in 4 games, Thomas. Yeah. Their stud mega rookie, who they traded all that shit for, has 10 catches and 0 TDs in 4 games. And for some reason, it's working. ETN is like really, really, he murdered my fantasy team last year, but he's got the juice back. And I don't know, they've gotten some special team stuff. Their coach tried to fight Robert A. Kid Saleh.
That's fun.
After the game, I enjoyed that. And I can't find 7 AFC playoff teams. Yeah, so they might make it. They might get to 9 and make it.
They could beat out Baltimore for a wild card at this point, even if they don't win the division. It's getting that weird.
I think I don't want to say they won me over, but I am taking them seriously as I bet on them today. They won. I do think they're competent. I think they're slightly above middle of the road. I feel the same way about them and the Pats. The Niners, is there a 3-1 team you like less than the Niners right now?
Let me see.
They looked awful today.
What's Denver? Are they 2-1? They could be 3-1 or no?
3-1 teams are. I'll give them to you: Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Indy, Chargers, Detroit, Tampa, San Francisco, Seattle, and the Rams.
I mean, we're probably going to get to this on your list there, but Indy is. I think I would take San Francisco over Indianapolis.
Okay,
not by a lot, but they just look like they want to do anything stupid to lose. I mean, that Adonai Mitchell play. Sorry, what's the equivalent of that?
He cost them 14 points.
The touchback one is the one I love.
Yeah, that was tough. I felt bad for him because I didn't. It wasn't like a Deshaun putting the ball out and doing a dance. Like he was about to cross the line and he was going to hold it up, which every guy does. But for some reason, when he did it, he had like a spasm.
Yeah, it was a little less foolish.
Yeah, it wasn't. The Deshaun thing is still like the all-timer. When they drop it before they hit the goal line, those are the stupidest. Those can't be defended.
Yeah, that wasn't that. But I mean, is this go on in any other workplace, really? Like at the Ringer, if someone wrote an article and then juggled his computer in celebration, then dropped it into a staircase 3 floors, like you're like, fucking asshole, don't ever talk to me again, right? What are you doing?
You flew to New York, you forgot your cord.
Yeah, that's true.
That was like an Adonai Mitchell. Could Adonai Mitchell go to Amazon and send you a new recorder?
Oh, what an idiot.
Here's the thing with the Niners. Special teams, week after week, they're in the bottom 3 or 5, right? They gave up a huge kick return this week. They had the field goal stuff from earlier in the year. It just feels like they've just never solved that. They just lose points. They're like the anti-Dallas. They've already had a bunch of injuries, and they have not had the McCaffrey injury yet. And they're rushing, by the way, what do you think their rushing yards per carry, the vaunted Niners running attack? What do you think it is this year?
4.2?
3.3.
Really?
Second to last in the NFL.
Guess they're not moving it.
And they're playing Thursday.
Right.
Playing
Against
Seattle. So they could be 3-2 and headed the wrong way. And
play the Rams Thursday. Yeah.
Or the Rams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Who's your favorite NFC West team?
I think you're right, because it's like we haven't seen the end of their injuries. And Purdy, like you and I, we went back and forth with Purdy so much from game to game.
I did it again. I'm back against.
But now you'll see it within the games. Like you'll see him make a great throw, and then you're like, oh my God, what is he thinking with that interception? Like we're just within the same game. Like that's new Purdy. All right, let's look at this.
He makes some plays that I'm just like, I got to go get some hot water and lemon. I just can't believe he did that.
Good. You got to blame someone for that. That's a double lemon.
It's a double lemon thrown into traffic by Purdy. Yeah. So I haven't looked at the NFC West lines. Can I guess?
Sure. Yeah.
Because we have 3-3-1 teams, and then Arizona's 2-2.
2-2. Yeah.
I'm going to say the Rams are favored to win the NFC West, and probably in the plus 140 to 150 range.
Very good. Plus 135.
I'm going to say the Niners are second, just because there's a bunch of money in them already, but it's probably higher, like plus 190.
165.
I think Seattle's under 2-1, probably plus 190.
Oh, all right. So that's the team you got to bet. And I like them too. They're 4-1. I guess they were like almost 8-1 last week, but I don't think they cut that enough. They
were 5-1 before the season, because I bet it. After week 1, they went to 10-1, 11-1 in some spots.
Yeah.
8-1 after week 2. So now it's still 4-1.
4-1.
I think whatever. I think Seattle's a good team.
Well, we were cursing that coach all Thursday night on text. We were very upset with their decisions. A lot of good coaches made weird decisions this week. But
I just think he's like, you ever have those family members or friends who are just like the overprotective parents?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're just like, you're going somewhere and the kids have to be in a car seat, and they just like completely over the top. I just think that's how he treats offense. He's like, better be careful. Put Darnold in a car seat. It's 3rd and 3. He's so scared of anything, of having the offense fuck things up. He either really believes in his defense or just doesn't understand offense. Because this is 2 out of the 4 weeks. He just seemed terrified to let his offense win a game for him.
Yeah. And then by the goal line, making weird calls. Kenneth Walker never gets a ball at the goal line anymore. And nobody does their kickers any favors. Like nobody wants to go for touchdowns anymore. It's like, all right, let's get him to the 36-yard line. Let's see what he's got. Let's
take a break, and then we're going to play more Win You Overs.
All right.
The Bill Simmons podcast is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is changing the way you live bet football, and it starts with Next Drive SGPs. Now you can bet what's happening on the next drive. Will it end in a touchdown, a punt, or a field goal? See the player stats you need, stack in player props, build your bet exactly how you want it. And every NFL game day comes with a profit boost you can use on your Next Drive SGP, so you can get more out of every play, whether you're betting a drive, a player, or the next big moment. FanDuel makes live betting feel smarter, faster, and way more fun. You could have done it multiple times during that Cowboys-Packers overtime game. Maybe you even could have bet on a tie. I don't even know if they have that. Visit FanDuel.com/BS to download the app today and bet the next drive your way. You must be 21 plus, present in select states, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration, max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. This episode is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA. You know the NBA season's almost here when that anticipation kicks in. What trades worked? What rookies are popping? Which teams might flame out by Christmas? I already had my guard up with this season because the Celtics, obviously a team in a little bit of flux. And then Jason Tatum posted like a minute of him working out and looking really good. And it broke my brain because for the first time, I was like, wow, he might actually be back in the second half of the season. What's that going to mean? Whatever happens when I'm watching all that unfold, I'm doing with the Michelob Ultra in hand. Superior light beer, just 95 calories. There are a lot of moments worth playing for, but the ones that taste the best are served cold. Order Michelob Ultra and fill up your fridge as we gear up for NBA season. Cannot wait. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025. Anheuser-Busch. Michelob Ultra Light Beer. St. Louis, Missouri. All right, I have a couple more win you overs. This was my number one won me over guy. I want to see if you felt the same way. Did Ashton Genty win you over as a top 6 pick today?
Yeah, this is a departure of what we said just last week, right?
Wait, literally 7 days ago. We were like, man, when you have that many holes, I don't know, that's a luxury picks. Like I believed that when I said it.
I've watched a lot of them. He's getting blasted behind the line of scrimmage. So his bad carries are not his fault at all, I don't think. For the most part, that offensive line is decrepit. But
and had injuries today too.
Right. But when he breaks them, man, he's rock solid. So yeah, he's back. He's back in my eyes. Won me over.
I thought he was the best player I watched today in any of the TVs.
Wow.
He was either getting blasted behind the line and somehow fighting his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I don't know how many guys, I can't wait for the stats. I don't know how many guys he made miss today, but it had to have been, it felt like 20. He's just so dangerous. He can catch it. I just felt like he found his footing today. I felt in the other games, he just seemed kind of small to me. And today he was just like,
right.
I thought he was overpowering today. I thought he was awesome. And that was a really, 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 really horrible Raiders loss.
Yeah, well, I was going to say plays from losers. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm out. I had them begrudgingly as my 7th seed. And it was like, do you go Jacksonville? Do you go Indy? Like, who do you have to go 9-8? And I was like, fuck it, Vegas. They're not making the playoffs. I feel very comfortable predicting that right now.
You're out on the Raiders? You don't think this is a hasty decision? Wow.
No.
Okay.
No. We need to have, Gino has 7 picks in 4 games, by the way.
I know.
We need to have a real combo about Pete Carroll because they're one of the 3 worst coach teams. They do really stupid game management stuff. They seem unprepared. They're sloppy. I just don't agree with stuff. I don't know how they beat the Pats in week 1 because I think the Pats are just better than them.
When he went on 3rd and 2, again, setting his kicker up for a shitty long field goal, because there's the common misconception that everybody makes field goals. Like, no, there's a bunch that are blocked and there's a bunch that just miss, It still happens. But they cut away to him like right after the week run play. And he's like, that was a bad call. He actually, you could see his mouth go. I was like, yes, Pete. Yes, you're getting it. Yeah.
Well, I wonder, like, with him and Belichick, because I've been thinking about this with Belichick, and we even talked about it a little last week. Like, I wrote this column for ESPN. It must have been in, I don't know, late 2000s. I did the speed limit corollary about when coaches hit 55.
I remember that. Yeah.
That they start tailing out, and I had all this data, and it was like Don Shula, Chuck Noll, Tom Landry, all these people when they hit a certain age. And then, as we have better stuff now, we have hot tea with lemon and creatine and all these HGH, all these different ways, mind exercises. Yeah. But maybe we're really pushing it when we get to the mid 70s. Like it might be too much. And I can only judge it from the people in our life who have hit that age. And you have a few relatives in that age or higher. And it's just like, I just don't know if they should be running an NFL team against people like who are in their 30s, like Ben Johnson.
But then we get tricked, right? Because he's doing push-ups with the special teams and training camp, and he's chewing that gum faster than anybody's ever said. Like, oh man, maybe there's something in the gum. And but no, and the players like him, so you want to make an exception in his case. But you're right. Sometimes it's too old.
It's a tall task because it still seems like he's Pete Carroll, right? He looks young and spry, but man, they look really, really sloppy. And
this guy might be getting up at 4 a.m. and going to the facility every day. So what the hell do we know? But they're just no different. They're never any different.
Well, the weird thing is Tennessee is definitely the worst team in the conference. Like they're really, really terrible.
Did not win me over. Was that on your list?
I did not have them on the list.
Okay.
Jets, Miami, one of those teams may be terrible, maybe both. And we'll probably have a better idea after tomorrow. Cincinnati without Burrow might be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the
No,
Browns.
you gotta hate the Saints and the Panthers.
I'm just going AFC.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
The Browns, who their quarterback is just 2-3 picks every week.
Mm-hmm.
They might be terrible. It's just a lot of terrible. So it's
no surprises. Yeah.
But yet, if you go to the NFC, it's only New Orleans and Carolina that I feel like are really bad. I don't think the Giants are bad.
Giants jumped out of there.
Yeah, your team's not bad.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know what other NFC. I guess the Bears aren't bad because they win, against garbage teams like mine and today. But
Tennessee is really bad. And we talked about Callahan Callahan tire fires. We've already done that whole thing. Yeah, the Tommy Boy Titans. Cam Ward finally laid into them. Did the Bears show you anything that you liked today? Because they are 2-2. I did watch a 5-minute Bears locker room handing out the game balls thing. Ben Johnson was like just doing a Sean McVay impersonation. Gave one to the safety Byard. He gave one to the guy who blocked the kick.
Right.
And it was like, it seemed like, I told you, he was doing that whole thing. And it was like, you guys, you should have lost. Like the Raiders, I don't know how they didn't win the game. Don't get too excited.
He's going to have to give one to the reporter who asked him, what are you going to change? Did you see that? The female reporter?
Yeah, he got a little testy.
Get in trouble. Yeah. It kind of sucks because there's only one question you could ask a coach that's losing coming out of the locker room. And it's like, what are you going to do different? But if you word it just differently and be like, what are you going to change? Come on. What's wrong with you? You could see these guys getting mad, but no game ball for her.
She maybe should have audibled and done like the, so what do you think of Las Vegas? Like it's really changed, huh?
Exactly. Are you a 6-5? Will you leave the table if you don't see 3-2 blackjack? Because
why do you think tourism's down? What would be your 3 takes? I'm not sure about the Bears. I didn't think Caleb played particularly well. Their defense made a couple plays, but it was almost a case of the Raiders were just kind of worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Did Drake maybe win you over? He was great today.
This is maybe though. This is why he's maybe, right? He's got to do it. Go to Buffalo next week and do something similar. Then because right now it's just maybe. And I bet him over 1.5 touchdowns today. I thought this was a nice
maybe
spot.
He's Drake definitely.
Oh come on, that doesn't even flow. Still Drake maybe. I know. I got a lot of shit for that.
I can't wait to get. You got a lot of shit for that.
Well, like, oh, look what he's doing. Who was it? J-Bug, even on our chain, is like, look,
J-Bug was offended. Yeah, he didn't like that.
All right. Well,
we all love Drake May. There's some good Drake May stats now about his stats 3 games in a row. And it's like the only other QBs under 23, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Real?
Yeah. He's on some weird lists. But when you can make these lists where you're like, only 5 other QBs have ever done this. Right, but I mean, he's completing over 75% of his passes. He's not turning the ball over that much. He only had 1 dumb play today. It didn't come back to haunt them. But the thing that I loved about him today, because you knew they were going to win once they went up 14-6, there was a couple plays during the game. There was one play, there was a run out to the side when last year he would have put a shoulder and tried to get the extra yard and ended up getting like concussed. And then there was another one on a scramble over the middle where he slid. But it's clear that they've just banged home, don't take hits, don't take hits, don't take hits. Right. So he was like way more cautious about how he put his body out there, which I like. I thought he was excellent. With that said, Carolina's terrible. I mean, that's
what I was going to say. If you were to create the perfect get right spot, wouldn't it be playing Carolina at home?
It was great
after they won a game, right?
And the line was 2 points too low. The line should have been over 7, I think.
Yeah.
But,
I think
Carolina
this is a bigger game for Vrabel. I mean, I would have think Drake May. I'm not going to think he's terrible after this game, but Vrabel really had this one. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They're going to Buffalo next week on a Sunday night, and they're playing a Buffalo team that the defense just looked awful. And they've had some injuries. They have 2 guys suspended that haven't come back yet. But New Orleans was moving the ball up and down the field on them and was way more in that game than the final score showed. I had a 13-point tease with them that I was sweating out.
I sweat that one out too. Yeah.
But I think they're going to be able to move the ball on them next week. I can't wait to guess that line because there's like a 4-point cushion that I think that could go.
Would you take 40-40 tie next Sunday night? You would take a 40-40 tie.
Would not want the ties.
Oh, stop.
Couple more win you overs really quick. Did the Steelers win you over at all as a playoff team? Or do you think they're a rabbit team this year?
I think just by default, because all these other, you just went over the AFC teams that are dropping out. But
right, because they're 3-1, so they could go 6-8 and make the playoffs now. Or no, 6-7 and make the playoffs.
Tomlin's streak seems to be intact, right? At this point. Oh, man.
I mean, his clock management was some of the worst stuff of the season today.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
The not going for it on 4th and 1 and then taking a delay a game. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
what do you think they are to make the playoffs?
Plus 110.
Take a sip of water if you need.
Plus 110.
Minus 130. So they're favored now to be at least 9-8 or make the playoffs.
Did you go under on them this year? Because I know I did.
Yeah, but barely. I went under. I thought this was a year it breaks.
I got to hand it to what they're getting out of Rodgers.
Sure.
They're maximizing the 3 or 4 things he can do, and he looks way better than he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just getting rid of the ball anytime he has pressure. But they have like 8-9 types of plays that they just do, and it's all quick, and he's getting rid of the ball. He's never on the move, and they know how to use it. But I think as the year goes along, I think people are going to figure it out. It's like watching.
Gelling, yeah, he's gelling with Metcalf better than I thought he would. Right?
Yeah,
like that's all these receivers that he made the Jets bring in and everything. You didn't see that spark. I kind of see it with Metcalf.
It's funny. It reminds me a little of Tua, where it's just a certain type of thing. And I think as Tua, the longer he's been doing the Dolphins, teams are getting more and more used to it. And I just don't think they're used to it yet with Rodgers. The ball's coming out super fast. And it's always either to the sides or right over to the middle. And he's never, it's just, he's playing so differently than he used to play. Here's what I learned. This is what won me over. Don't bet on the overseas game. Just don't. House told me this on Thursday. We're doing it for Ringer 107, and House is like, I just want to point out we're betting on the 9:30 game, and we've said we're not going to do that. I'm like, all right, but I really love the Vikings.
Right. Well, I had the Steelers, so I'm not gonna subscribe to that just yet.
The other guillotine league that I'm in, we had Kenneth Gainwell on our bench. We don't have good running backs, and woke up at 6:30. You would have been proud of me. I woke up, turned on TV. There was 14:55 left in the first quarter. I was like, I fucking nailed it. It was like 6:33. And then they're like, there's Kenneth Gainwell, the starting running back, because no Jaylen Warren today. And I was like, And I just wonder how many people got hosed on the Jaylen Warren thing. Because I got hosed by not putting Gainwell in our stupid guillotine thing. But how many people just had Jaylen Warren in a starting lineup and woke up and he's just not there?
It's not good. It's not, there wasn't enough heads up Saturday night for sure.
No, it was Saturday night now. All right.
Yeah.
Next, win you over. Did Ireland win you over as an NFL location?
I don't know. I mean, we were doing the pregame show on YouTube.
Yeah.
You should watch that. You should watch. You should definitely start watching.
I 100% watched it.
Right.
I had multiple TVs. I was watching.
It is hard. We're up against the Ryder Cup and the NFL game, but so I didn't see a lot of the festivities. I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Well, they did. So here's what I really loved. Other than that, I thought the crowd was loud and engaged. Mm-hmm. Their version of Sweet Caroline in Ireland is "Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Oh, really?
The whole crowd sang "Zombie," and then weirdly, after the Ryder Cup, they're in the bus, all the foreign team, European team, and they're singing "Zombie" on the bus to Rory McIlroy. Shane Lowry's leading it. This is like the biggest day Zombies had in 30 years.
Yeah,
huge Zombie day. But Zombies makes sense as like a crowd song. I mean, if you read the lyrics, it's pretty depressing. It's a weird one to sing.
Yeah, and you got the you got the crowd. Yeah, I can see
so
it.
They did a great job.
It's better than Sweet Caroline. Yeah,
the fantasy guys had a great time. Did Puka Nacua win you over as the new best wide receiver in the league? Because I think it's official. I think he has the belt.
Here's what I'll say about: was he at 42 receptions in 4 games or something?
42 for 503.
Yeah,
4 games.
I used to think McCaffrey is the one guy, if he's not in the lineup, I don't want anything to do with betting that team. Now I think league-wide, I think it's Puka Nacua.
Wow.
Like if he's out, I don't know that any situation that I'd bet the Rams. This guy is just such a godsend for this team and Stafford. 42 receptions.
You know what's crazy? It's all types of catches and plays.
Yeah.
Like if you do like the montage of he'll beat somebody down the sideline. He'll have a crosser. He'll have a bubble screen.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have like a little 10-yarder in traffic. Like he's just amazing. I agree with you. What's cool about him versus Chase or Jefferson is you feel like those guys aren't going to be the same if they have the backup QB. And I think with Puka, I honestly feel like with any QB, he'd go for like 8 for 90 at this point.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's just a monster. He was awesome. That game was awesome. You mentioned the Mitchell thing before. The Colts' pass defense is going to be their Achilles heel if they're going to actually make a playoff run. It's really bad.
Right.
To give up an 88-yarder to lose the game, basically. And their fans will remember that one as the Mitchell game.
Jaden Daniels, obviously a much better athlete than Danny Dimes at this point. But the teams, the last year's Washington team and this year's Colts, Washington didn't punt for like 3 weeks, right? Remember last year? And the Colts punted once in the first 3 games. And you just wonder when that's going to end. You know, it was like they had to be slapped around, even though they should have won today.
It was if you had the Colts, either money line or plus whatever, like that was a pretty tough beat because they hung. That was a 50-50 game. I thought that Taylor, on the holding penalty where they run that guy, he's just so fucking fast. He's never looked better or faster. The Mitchell touchdown was awesome.
Right.
So you lose 14 points of plays. That just swings it. That was
a lot of big plays go against them. Yep.
I will say I'm afraid of the Colts. Like I had the Rams like in a tease situation, but I don't really like betting against the Colts. They kind of scare me. I think Warren's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
he's going to score touchdowns from the
monster.
backfield. It's not good.
He's a
for
monster.
Other teams.
Last one win you over. Did Jackson Dart win you over at all? And did you watch the game today with any Giants fans? And
Oh yeah.
What was the
they were losing their minds. Well, their takes was they're screaming at me for having the Chargers on a teaser, which I guess House and everybody warned us again. And then I doubled up on them in the second half. You didn't do that?
No, I completely stayed away from the Chargers.
Dart's hurt, Neighbors is out, and Dart's banging his hand against the helmets. It's not even one of the soft helmets. And then, I was like, oh man, they're down 3. They're going to win this game. But that defense was much better than we've seen in the past. And Scatterbo, I see a ton of Scatterbo jerseys out here, like just in Brooklyn. Like I think they like him more than like any prospect of Dart. Like I don't even think they care if he gets like 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's the guy.
Well, the first 45 minutes of that game for the Giants fans, that was like the greatest. And then freaking Neighbors goes hurt.
Yeah,
I think
that's a bummer.
Losing young Beckham and then losing young Neighbors with season-ending injuries fucking sucks.
No, I hadn't thought of that.
It's like completely unfair because at these awesome points in their career where it just seemed like every time they're throwing it up to him, it felt like anything was possible. The Giants they've just had so much bad luck. But I do think Dart, even when he went out, he had this great scramble and they took him out for, I guess, the concussion spotter. Yeah. And fucking Russ came in and you could feel the crowd was like, oh no. Russ, like they just have to wave him. But it seems like they nailed the pick.
Must be like, what? Well, I got to put Russ in now. Shit. I'm never going to be able to figure out this quarterback gauntlet. I'm going to be jobless.
James is like, I'm right here.
Yeah, right.
That draft though, because Carter was awesome today.
Yeah,
they had 20 pressures of the Chargers. But that's a different conversation is the Chargers O-line. Alt got hurt, which was the biggest injury that happened today other than Neighbors. He's out for a few weeks, it seems like. They already lost Slater.
It's an ankle injury. They said a few weeks already?
They said they were worried that it was going to be at least a couple weeks. So who knows? But, that maybe that's the team. One of these teams, Colts, Chargers, one of these 3-0 teams will end up not making the playoffs. I'm like, it was 3-0.
We can't give them the division just yet, like a lot of people were with the Chargers last week.
All right, some random questions from some of the other games. Philly, who died in the heat, and you could feel that one coming. That was a great second half bet. They kept talking about the heat. They kept talking about how the Eagles bench was baking in the sun, and it's like, and then they cutting over. The guys are dying. But so Baker almost came back, but they just didn't have enough weapons. But Chase McLaughlin made a 65-yard field goal today in that game.
Mm-hmm.
What distance would actually impress you at this point with a field goal? Because 20 years ago, like I went to see the Broncos play in the late 90s with our buddy Gus, and we saw Elam kick a 63-yarder. And it was in altitude, but it was like that. We just couldn't believe it. It was like the fucking moon landing. We just couldn't believe how far it was. And now this is, so how far? Is it over 70 for you? That would get your attention? What's the number? 72?
Well, that was the outdoor record, right? Today, 65 was the outdoor record. And you're right. Like we just moved on to the next one. It just wasn't
wouldn't even be in the top 40 minutes of the Sports Center. 70? With 70?
I remember when Janikowski would do this, right? And you're like, oh, maybe they should take a false start. They're not winning any games this year anyway. Maybe they should take a false start right before the half, and he should kick it from, let him break the record. I think 70, 71 or 72. I think we're in the Barry Bonds range here. It's got to be like
Aubrey will have a 70 at one point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't understand. I don't understand how this.
And
I know they did something with the balls, right? You can massage your own balls and put weird.
It seems like it for sure. You can tush push, you can massage your balls, you can do it all.
Here's another one. So Bijan had a 69-yard catch today, and they made a big deal about how he was 21.85 miles an hour in the run.
Right.
And then that Steelers linebacker caught Addison from behind, and they were like, "Oh, he was 21.3." When did this start, and how could it end? When can this stop?
Oh, you don't like it? You don't like the?
I do not. I don't mean to be a fart in church on this, but the difference between 20 miles an hour and 21 miles an hour, like I'm going to be telling my grandkids about. Oh, he got to 22.
Like, I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah. You like it in your car, though, right? You like the odometer. You like being able to tell how fast you're going. 21 miles an hour in my car, I'm fucking pissed. There's some old lady in front of me. I thought it was cool with the Eagles blocking the kick. I didn't think it was cool because I lost money on it with the Rams. But the fact that they clocked that guy at 19. So for 300-pounders running 19. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know the difference between 20 and
19, 20. Just when you're driving around the next couple of days in Uber, just like 36. Oh, now we're going 37. Like these numbers are all around the same.
Yeah.
Like if somebody was going 25, I'd be like, Bijan Robinson ran 25 miles an hour. That's amazing. But it seems like it's all in the 21, 22. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old.
I think we have to be, I don't know like what an ostrich runs. I want to compare it to animals. I think then maybe we'd be more impressed, you know?
Like show like a bobcat?
Yeah, like a cheetah or a bobcat. I want to see.
Or like a black bear?
They call Tyreek the cheetah, right? But cheetah's probably a lot faster, isn't it?
I would assume. I think a cheetah is like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so they do the miles an hour thing, but heat is more interesting to me because they were like, it's 90, but it's really 100 degrees on the field. It's like, well, how hot is it exactly on the field? And that's where instead of like Mike Pereira, let's go to like some sort of scientist and be like, okay, Jordan Davis is 330 pounds. It's 100 degrees outside. So the odds of him being dehydrated in 2 hours is actually like 90%. What they're going to have to do is give him oxygen. Like now I'm actually learning something.
I like that.
You're telling me the difference between this guy runs 22 miles an hour and this guy runs 21 and a half. Like, great. What do I care?
Right. Yeah. Bill Simmons' water is 108 degrees. If he throws a lemon in there, it goes down to 104.5.
See, I'm drinking hot water and I have a lot of energy for the pod. Maybe I know something. More Washington Falcons notes. I won money on the Falcons, and their offense looked great. They scored 0 points last week. They had 435 yards this week. Washington is banged up. I think Penix is the new Geno because I feel like we're about to lose Geno. Feels like we're the end of Geno's career.
We lost Geno.
He's gone. Geno's gone. But I think Penix is going to be the new Gino, where game to game, it's just going to be like fucking. It's like when we go to Bianco's and he's like, I've created a new pizza. I'm just going to bring it out. It's like, anything's possible. This is like your olive artichoke pizza. I don't know if I like this. Oh my God, he did pepperoni and sun-dried tomatoes. And I just think that's Penix. I think that's
I bet on Bianco much faster than I do Penix. I mean, I had it today too.
I don't blame you.
This is the most effed up team, maybe even for years now, right?
Yeah.
Like all right, the first game was legit. The kicker missed a field goal, and we're used to that, right? They lost to Tampa Bay. Then they beat up Minnesota on the night game, the Sunday night. Shut out by Carolina. You just get a completely different team every week.
Yeah. You just have to assume they're the zigzag team.
Yeah. They should call them the Pits because it's like the drama of when to start Kyle Pitts. It's the new drama, the Pits. Scored a touchdown, so we definitely have to bench him.
He's been doing stuff this season.
I know.
Well, the funniest thing with the Falcons is Washington scores to cut it to 7. Falcons come back down, and now they're in the mode where it's like they could either go for the kill, get a touchdown, or probably settle and take it easy, kick a field goal. It's like 3 minutes less. So they play it easy, and they're playing for a field goal. And because it's the Falcons, you just assume something horrible is going to happen. And I was trying to think of any other team, maybe the Chargers in the AFC is like that because they have that juju too. But just like I was just like, this is definitely getting blocked. This is going to be a tie game. Like you just go to your mind with the Falcons goes to the worst case at all times. This time they kicked the field goal, they won. But weren't you thinking the same thing? It's like, it's the Falcons. They're going to fuck this up.
And they also look so much faster. I know you don't like speed or anything, but don't they look faster at home on their turf? Like I see Bijan and I see London. I'm like, these guys should be scoring every single game. Instead, they settle for field goals and with guys they cut 2 weeks later.
I wish we knew how fast each guy was going.
You hate that. It's going to be a Madden rating soon enough.
Could Darnell Mooney get to 20 miles an hour? I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me later. Couple more quick things. Flacco has 6 picks. The Browns are pretty boring to watch offensively, even though they have some decent weapons, because that Judkins guy might actually be good. Can they just make Shedeur the starter for content? Like do that for us? Like we all need it. So. The daily TV shows need it. The podcasts need it.
Well,
it gives anecdotally we have stuff like just do it.
I have to see how fast he runs first. No, I think you're right. Yeah, for sure.
Can you get to 19 miles an hour?
If you could get to 19 miles an hour, we'll give you the ball. You get the game ball.
He should race Joe Flacco.
Flacco was weird because his first 2 starts, he dropped back like 90 times, right? Like, we're going to see like a poor man's Baker Mayfield here, right? And maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. But yeah, well, if they're not scoring in Detroit or against these other teams, it's not good.
Well, that's the other thing with the miles an hour. They never do it for the slow guys.
Right.
Like Flacco chasing down somebody in interceptions. Like Flacco, 13 miles an hour. Pretty rough.
That would be funny. They got to do that.
People in their 80s do that. Yeah. Oh, Pats Panthers is my last thing for you. So remember we did this? We've done this the last couple of years where we try to figure out what's going to be the weirdest result of the season. Like at the end of the year when we're like, what happened that week? What was that? I think it might be Panthers 30, Falcons 0. I think is going to go down as the weirdest game. Right?
Yeah, I think so too. Right.
It's going to be a tough one to beat.
The Panthers will end up with what, 4 or 5 wins, and the Falcons should be around 7 or 8 or 9, you know? Yeah, I think you're right.
The Panthers, I think it's going to be less than that. The other one was, who did that? The Browns 13, Packers 10 might be up there too. We should keep track of this.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the last time the Packers didn't give up 50 points. Maybe.
Who do you like in Dolphins, Jets, and Broncos, Bengals tomorrow?
I have... I let the Bundo pick for our Ringer 107. So we have the Bengals plus the points, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I have Denver on a couple money line parlays to close out. Yeah, right. And then the other one, I really don't know. I'm really not sure what this spells. Someone could get fired. Maybe not.
That's coach, a Bianco mystery pizza game.
Someone's getting demoted and a pizza slapped in their face from this game.
Remember when Bianco brought out that market pizza and it was like the greatest thing either of us had ever eaten? We were just like,
that's what the corn?
It was like all these vegetables on it. And it was like, we were just like, it was like descended from the gods. Yeah. I don't think Dolphins Jets is going to be like that. All right. We're going to take We'll take a break and then we're going to guess the lines. Then we have a couple other things too. This episode is brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket. My friend, NFL Sundays are back. You won't want to miss the action. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, another friend of mine, lets you catch every game every Sunday all in one place. And now, get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Head to youtube.com/BS and sign up now. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. If you cancel YouTube TV, you will lose access to NFL Sunday Ticket. Terms, embargoes, device, and content restrictions apply. Commercial use excluded. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. All right, guess the lines. Bye weeks. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay. We're finally at the bye week. You're already getting sad that the season's almost over. We're only 4 weeks in.
Yeah, a little bit. They don't need buys. Come on, everybody play every week for 12 months.
Well, the problem with this one is we're losing a couple entertaining teams this week.
Yeah.
You can feel it in the lineup. So Thursday night, Rams-Niners. Good Thursday night game.
That is a good one.
In Los Angeles. And I have the Rams by 3.
So this is 2 NFC West in a row on Thursday night. Yeah. You have 3. You're going to get this. I had 2.5. I believe it's 3.5 unless it changed. It's 3.5.
We should mention you won the first 2 weeks. I won the next 2 weeks.
I know. You're going to win this week. I'm so off.
Really?
I think so. My miles per hour are way down this week.
Probably the pizza.
Yeah.
How much pizza have you had in Brooklyn? How many days have you been there?
Got here Friday night. There's a place a half mile away that's excellent, and they're open till 1 a.m. So that's bad for me. Then went to Grimaldi's yesterday, and then walking back, our friend Tony says, "Holy shit, there's an L&B right across the street from Grimaldi's." So we did the bang bang, and so yeah, it's a lot. It's Then I had another slice this morning. Yeah, it's not good. You may not see me again. This could be it.
Hey, there's a London game. The Vikings, they lost to Pittsburgh and they were told you can't leave now. You have to stay. We're taking your passports. And they're playing the Cleveland Browns, who can't really move the ball offensively.
Right.
But I think Carson Wentz is probably playing again. This is either 3 or 3.5. I went back and forth. I did Vikings -3.
All right, I got it exact. I hit it 3.5 is the answer.
Fuck.
It went down from 4.5, actually. This is rough. This is a rough one.
Browns defense is good. Like the Browns defense, if it's Carson Wentz again with all those guys, if the center's missing and the right tackle's missing on the Vikings D, that's going to be a lot of trouble for them because that Browns front four is beastie.
It's tough on the West Coast waking up for 2 bad quarterbacks, isn't it? Like if it's going to be Wentz and Flacco again.
That's why you got to do, this is when you do Shador this week.
Yeah.
Or even Dylan Gabriel. We could be like, oh, look how short he is.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday marquee. I have Seahawks Bucks as the best Sunday game.
It's good.
It's a good game. Here's the case. Every game the Bucks play, it goes down to the final 3 minutes. Baker's really fun. Egbuka always makes fun play. I think Bucky Irving is a top 5 running back now, right?
Tremendous. So such great burst for him.
Yeah,
right?
He's fucking incredible. And I like watching the Seahawks defense. I'm going to put, this is in Seattle. I'm going to say Seattle -1.5.
Oh, it's Seattle -3. And what did I have? You moved it on me. Oh, I had 1.5 also. So we tie.
Okay. So it's Seattle -3.
Seattle -3. Yep.
So Seattle's finally getting some respect.
Yeah, I guess it's a shorter or longer rest for them, right? Tampa Bay still injuries. They are unbelievable. They had 2 gigantic. How long were both their touchdowns? Egbuka and like that, so long, and then 2 of the longest field goals we've ever seen. And they were right back in that game. I was like kind of getting mad. I had the Eagles.
We both loved Egbuka.
Yeah.
It was the only player prop bet I made was his over, and it was like 680 yards or something. I'd probably have that by mid-October.
Yep.
2 watchables, not a good sign for us for Sunday. Eagles, Broncos in Philadelphia. I mean, honestly, the Eagles might be banned from the watchables category if they don't get their shit together. You can't have a game where you have 0 completions in the second half.
They're 4-0.
Their fans are just furious constantly and it's like they have to have the game get to where somebody has a 17-point lead before they're interested in whatever the proceedings are.
Can I make this is going to sound like bitter Sal, and it really, really is. There's no other way to describe it. If you're going for the tush push, you should have to declare you're going for the tush push. It shouldn't be an option that you could flip it back to the tailback who has nothing but daylight and runs it in.
Right.
Like it should be like the onside kick. We're going to let this lunacy fly. I didn't like that.
I like it. Well, this line could move depending on how the Broncos look tomorrow night. But for the short term, it's in Philadelphia, and I have Eagles by 4.
We split it. I said 5. It's 4.5. Come on, Denver. Play tough. Play tough here.
Pretty important Bo Nix game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because if he sucks again, that's an entire month of him sucking. And then going into this Philly game.
Yeah, right.
The stat that what was he, 35 out of 36 for the graded quarterbacks? Yeah, not great. The only other watchable game I have, which might not be watchable if Mariota's the QB, is Chargers-Washington in LA. Mm-hmm. And I have the Chargers favored by 3.5 because I assume Davis is playing.
I went way high. I said 5. I didn't even think about the Daniels thing. In my mind, he's out another week, but I guess he was almost ready Wednesday. You get it. It's 3. Chargers by 3.
This will be a nice little test for how many Chargers, like our theory that the Chargers crowds are getting better.
Yeah.
Because Washington, old school NFC team, there's a lot of transplants here. Right. I'll be interested to see what the breakdown is. But I've been impressed by the Chargers fan base.
Yeah, they could step up even further this week.
Fairly watchables. I had to put Colts Raiders in here because you just know that game's going to be absolutely unhinged. I'm prepared for anything. I had to put it in the Vegas zone. Colts 5.5.
I said 4.5. It's 6.5. So you'll get that one. I don't know. I know we buried Geno here, but could you see this stupid shit here?
I think this is where he needs to be. Getting almost a touchdown on the road is when he finally gets his sea legs.
Right.
He doesn't like these games where they're either favored or they're -1.5. He needs to be like a dog.
Yeah.
I think this is a let's be careful. Do not put the Colts in a tease game would be my recommendation.
I'm with you. I hope I stick to that. I think, maybe Crosby plants Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones. What do we want to call him now? A couple times.
Maybe he's like South Indiana Jones. Ravens home for the Texans with a bunch of injuries on the Ravens side. And Houston's defense threw a shutout today. Now, you said that counts in our league. I didn't see points for it because I had the Houston.
You start with 13 points. And you want a bonus also for getting we're playing each other in fantasy.
Yeah,
so
I should get a bonus.
If
my defense gets a shutout, I should get more points.
Not against the Titans. That's not it. That's hardly even.
There's like 10 shutouts. Is there 5 shutouts a year? How many
bonus points do you want?
I think it should be like 4 points.
Oh, it's a close game
plus
too.
4.
We have a close game.
What do we have tomorrow?
I have
Tyreek Hill and you have 2 people.
I do have 2 people. Sorry, let me pull it up here.
Riveting content for this is almost as. Can you do this as we figure out how fast you run?
All right, you're up 11. You're gonna win. How am I favored here? You're up 11. You have Tyreek Hill. I have HN and Garrett Wilson.
Oh,
you're gonna win.
You're favored.
I'm favored. They have HN projected for 16 points. That's stupid. Stop it, CBS.
Ravens, Texans in Baltimore. I have Ravens -4.
Wait, what do we say? Ravens -4. Okay. Yeah, I said 5.5. It's 7.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, now it's a must-win. Shit, they're both 1-3, huh?
Yeah, but the Texans have a good defense, though. Like, as ugly as their offense is, their defense can hang around. Last one is Lions-Bengals. It's in Detroit. And I think I think they add the half point on this. I was going to say 7, but I think they bump it. I think it's 7.5 Detroit.
I was way, way off on this. It's 8.5. I said 5.5. So you said 7? Yeah, you get it.
4 poop-fecta games.
Yep.
Giants at Saints with no neighbors. It's a bad one. And yet, I think it might make a multi-view for me. Has anyone planted their flag on the Saints are fun corner? Because they were fun in this Buffalo game.
That's all you. You could have that one. I thought that too. I mean, you said they went up and down the field. How many passing yards do you think Rattler had?
Was it an optical illusion? What was it?
126. 126. And they were playing catch-up the whole time.
How many did they rush for?
I don't know. I think Kamara had a decent day. But to say that, like Rattler, I don't get the team that I'm watching there.
Yeah, I mean, in my defense, I'm watching 6 TVs at once.
Right.
And every time I looked on the right TV, it seemed like they were moving the ball.
They were getting closer, yeah.
Jets, Cowboys.
Wait, I don't think we did the Giants.
Giants, Saints. I have Giants 1.5 in New Orleans.
Jerk. Son of a bitch. I had Giants by 2. It is 1.5. It is that tic-tac.
Tic-tac.
Well, this if they're going to win one game, the Saints, this has got to be it, isn't it?
This should be one of the ones you have circled.
I don't think they're favored in any other game. Not that they're favored in this one, but this has got to be the closest. Giants
pass rush, Scatterbo. Has Damashek tried to pronounce his name yet?
Scatterbo.
And then in a Jackson Dart scramble, I think that's enough for the Giants.
Right.
I wouldn't bet that game. Jets home for the Cowboys. Wow. I'll keep my guess. I don't know if the Cowboys tonight swung it, but I had Jets minus 1.5.
No, I think you're. Yeah, I had Cowboys minus 1.5. It's 2.5.
Cowboys favored. Yeah.
Yep.
I should have changed that, but I was trying to keep what I had before. Cowboys 2.5.
Wow, we tied that game. I was just about to go through we lost. We're coming off a loss, but we tied. We actually tied that game tonight. Holy shit.
It was like a moral victory for Jerry. This is another poop-fecta game. Dolphins, Panthers in Carolina. Woo. I think the Dolphins have to be favored by 3, and that's where I landed.
That's exactly what I have, and I'm looking. They're favored by 1.5. Oh, how the Miamis have fallen. That is brutal. That's the worst team in the league, and they're favored by 1.5 over them.
McMillan was open a lot against the Pats today, and Bryce did not find him that often. And he was starting to get that Larry Fitzgerald early 2010s body language.
Right.
Remember when Fitzgerald had bad quarterbacks for like 5 years in a row?
Yeah.
He'd just be open, and then the ball would like sail that way. But there was a couple of those with McMillan today, and he was like, oh my God, really? Last poop-fecta, Cards, Titans in Arizona. And amazingly, this has to go over 7. And I think it has to be 7.5 for Arizona.
Man, I was way off on this. I said 5.5. I was not impressed with Arizona. It's 9.5.
Yeah, I think that's the price for the Titans.
Jeez.
That's too high, though. Arizona should not be favored by that many against anybody.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it's just they don't trust the kid on the road. Is that it? I mean, Kyler was not impressive for 2 hours and 20 minutes of that game.
I saw there was something online about Ryan Clark 5 years ago was arguing about Kyler Murray versus Lamar Jackson.
Oh, wow.
And he was like way in on Kyler Murray. And he was like, let me tell you something. Kyler Murray will win a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson. Mark my words. And was all in. And I was thinking like, that's a bad one to have, but we all have those.
Sure.
Those ones where it's like, what? And it's like, oh my God, I can't put, what's your worst one? Because that's got to be his worst one.
I said Bill is too manly to ever drink hot water with a lemon. And now I look freaking foolish. I don't know. That's a good question. Just like saying a player is going to to be great and he didn't turn out.
Because I have some bad ones in print.
But I guess we could just go to Reddit. We could just go to Reddit and find out our answers.
I was trying to think what's my single worst one, but I think since I've been on video, I think it's James Wiseman that was a great pick for the Warriors and really liking that pick.
Right.
I think that might be my single worst one.
It might be a basketball. Yeah, it'll have to be a basketball one.
This would be a great podcast where each episode somebody just comes in and they go over their most regrettable take they've ever had.
Right. I like that. Did James Wiseman win you over? My James Wiseman pick.
I had a borderline talking about Mac Jones, but I didn't really.
I was going to say that for
come out and say it. That I thought he was like I was like skirting like that he was a possible MVP candidate if they were good. But we always say that anytime we think
you didn't buy the jersey. You didn't buy the jersey, so you held back. So I think good.
Wiseman, I think, is my least favorite one.
Yeah, I have to think of mine.
All time, I've had some worse though. In the column.
Would it be basketball? Would most of them be basketball?
Mostly basketball, like draft ones. There was a Dame Lillard, Austin Rivers one that was pretty bad. But they should have taken Austin Rivers. There was an Emeka Okafor versus Dwight Howard. I think I took Team Okafor.
Yeah, it's all right. We talk a lot about this.
We're not going to bat 1,000.
But it's like saying, I never had a bad meal. What was the worst meal you ever had? Like, you have to eat. It's going to happen.
Sunday night. Bills Patriots in Buffalo.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking go. I really think the Pats can hang in this game.
Oh boy.
I think they're going to jack the line. I think this could be Bills minus 8.5.
Wow. Look at you go. Bills minus 8.5 is right. I said 7.
Ooh.
I thought they put it in that good, decent difference between division foes, but it had to be 7. But 8.5 that's up there. You think it's
Pats
fair?
No, I don't think the Bills. I think that's a lot of like people that haven't watched the two teams the last couple of weeks. Pats have a good special teams. Pats can block. Pats defense is okay. I didn't like how open McMillan was, but you're on a Sunday night against Josh Allen. It's a pretty tall task, but I think they can hang around in that game because of the Bills. Like think about Bills opening week against Baltimore. Well, Baltimore's 1-3, and then go through all Detroit like they couldn't stop them. I don't think their defense can. I just don't think their defense is good.
I don't want to read into this one too much. Maybe the Saints is tough to get up for.
Cook's turned into a monster too. I wouldn't have him top 5, but probably top 7, top 8 range for running backs.
He's fun. He moves the chains.
Really,
there's no more chains anymore, but he moves them.
You think he can get to 21 miles an hour? I haven't checked.
I have to see.
Does he have like a 21.5 in him? Maybe
that tush push for Hurts was only 0.4 miles an hour. What fun football.
Monday night, really good game. Probably the best game of the Sunday, Monday. Chiefs at Jags. Nice little tester for the Jags. 3-1. Chiefs 2-2. The Chiefs are obviously going to be favored. And I put this in the tic-tac zone at Chiefs minus 1.5.
Yeah, I said 3.5. It is 3.
Oh, you win that one.
You won the week though. That was 7 for me and like 10 for you. It's 3 in a row. Not good.
Chiefs minus 3. That's a little high.
We're going to take Jacksonville on a teaser?
I'm just saying, that's a little high.
Yeah. It's reactionary for sure.
Interesting that the Chiefs were plus 2.5 against Baltimore at home. But now they're minus 3 at Jacksonville. But I don't think Baltimore is better than Jacksonville right now. Do you?
Right. No, I don't. I will say, if they're thriving with the turnover, Jacksonville, is Mahomes just a little smarter? And I know some of these could be freak turnovers, but is Mahomes just a little smarter and more careful? You don't see him.
It is one of those things where you bet the Jags, and then at some point you realize you bet Trevor Lawrence over Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, right.
And you feel really stupid.
Yeah. All right, so stay away.
All right. I win that week. Let's take one more break, and then we got to talk about baseball and Ryder Cup and Brooklyn quick. All right, baseball. So the murder of the Mets season, they were just, it was like while you were sleeping, and the Mets were just Peter Gallagher waiting to wake up, and the Mets fans were going there every day to go see him, and then the Mets just died.
I didn't see it.
There was no happy ending.
Not watching it. Yeah. It sucked. I mean, just the way it all went down. You let the Marlins beat you and shut you out. and they take a team picture like they just won the NLCS. Like, it was disgusting. It's not how I thought it would go. I thought we would blow out the Marlins today and the Reds would win in the last inning, and then the Cowboys would get killed, and that would be my day. But
instead, the Mets lost and the Cowboys tied.
Yeah, right. I wonder what that would have paid. I mean, they were almost the first team to have a losing record after being 20-plus games over 500. It's one of the most disappointing seasons of my life here. Like, and especially with like Soto, 43 homers, 105. He almost had 40 stolen bases. Pete, 38, 112. Like, where is it? Like, we have one pitcher with 10-plus wins. And I get it where teams, if you root for the Pirates, that they never spend money. But there's something to be said about a team that spends $341 million. I know you get to watch great players perform well sometimes, but when you never win a World Series, it's like, it feels like that attempt to compete is futile. Like, right? Like, how much would we have to spend? I hate it. I hate it all.
40 years for you.
Yeah. Yeah, 86. It'll be 40. Yeah.
The thing is, if they made the playoffs, do you think they would have won 4 straight rounds and won the World Series?
No, so that was the thing. So going into the weekend, I'm like, all right, what are we going to do? Win 3 against the Marlins and then 2 out of 3 against, we're going to win 5 out of 6 in the next week. So, yeah, it's probably better just to not watch them.
Well, my team made it.
You're psyched.
Which makes no sense because we traded our best player. Mm-hmm. And then our new best player, who was fucking awesome, Roman Anthony, gets hurt, misses the last month of the season. I don't think he's going to be available certainly doesn't seem like he's going to be available this week. I think Hench said we've used 35 pitchers.
Wow.
We had 10 of the worst losses you can imagine and somehow finished 89 and 73. And now we're playing the Yankees. And we have Crochet, who's an absolute fucking beast, who's the best pitcher in the American League.
I'm surprised you're an underdog. I'm looking at that now. You're an underdog in that game?
In the game 1, we're an underdog?
Yeah. He's plus 112.
Oh, wow.
It's Max Fried. Yeah.
I think the key is if they can win game 1 and it's just a Crochet and Chapman game and they don't use Whitlock and they can save Whitlock for game 2, I think they can win the series. If they have to use all of those guys for game 1, I think that gets really tough. And then Bayo hasn't looked as good the last, I would say the last probably month or so. He's the game 2 guy. The Yankees have more talent. I mean, the Red Sox have just lost too many people. I just wish we had Anthony. If we had Anthony, I would be like, heads up.
Yeah.
But
a lot of these don't go 3 games, they just go the 2. So this is so huge, Crochet pitch. I'm really surprised that he's an underdog. And I say to JJ, John Jastrzemski, who's a Yankee fan, I'm like, is it really the Yankees have home field advantage much anymore? He's like, bro, I'd much rather play this game in Yankee Stadium than I'm like, no, I get it. But I think this is definitely a winnable game for you, game 1.
Well, they're starting 2 lefties in a row, and I actually like when we go against lefties. Mm-hmm. That Schlittler really scares me. I'm kind of hoping we don't see him. Have you seen him?
Yeah, a little bit of him. Yeah,
I had him on Hench and I had him on our AL keeper team too. He was a legitimate stud. I thought for sure they would pitch him at home in game 2, but maybe the days rest didn't work. But so they got Rodon is doing game 2 against Bayo. Anyway, I already have my guard up because the Yankees, I just think, have a better team. And if the Red Sox lose, we just point to the Devers trade and Anthony being hurt and Casas got hurt in the first month of the season. And we're like, but if we beat them, it's so embarrassing for them.
Oh yeah.
With Ref Snyder, it's like Nathaniel Lowe, who basically picked up off waivers, playing first base. That would be a crazy loss by them.
You're in great shape if you win that first game. Yeah, Yankees minus 178 for the series.
Who do you think's going to win the World Series?
You know what? I'm gonna say.
Or am I stepping on your Tuesday podcast?
No, yeah. Let me think about it. But it's still gonna take, even though their relief pitching is really faltered, it's gonna take a lot to knock the Dodgers off, I think.
I don't think they have the relievers. I don't think they have the relievers.
Yeah. Everybody goes 2 innings though in these. Remember, you're looking at different baseball here. I mean, what the Tigers did, it would have been so much better if there are no wild cards. That would have been maybe the biggest collapse of our life. They were up 10, 12 games at the end of August.
I know. I thought the best team the Red Sox played all year was the Padres, just from like watching them, and they just kept bringing these guys in who throw 100 miles an hour. They lost one of them after we played them, but
you talk about speed. That's something that we're not. You asked like what kind of kick would impress me. Guys throw 102 now, and we don't even. The broadcasters don't even mention it at all.
Yeah, the Sox. They have the best starter in the series.
Yeah.
They have a really good setup guy and a really good closer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't trust the lineup. I think I'd be surprised if they beat the Yanks, even with the crochet piece. But I'm excited to have baseball.
It's fun. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
In a couple years. Yeah. I like that it's 3 in a row too.
4 games.
Come out at 3 o'clock there. Are you going to be able to see anything, or are you're there for Jimmy's show?
Yeah, I'm there. Someone offered me tickets. I'm not watching those dumb teams. But yeah, you get the Dodgers and Red Sox, Yankees get the night slots, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How
much Ryder Cup did you follow?
A lot until today. I really didn't watch. I was so like, I bet Europe. I listened to House. House is going to pretend he's upset about the Americans. He had Europe.
Oh, he's so not upset. He had so much Europe money.
Have you ever had a friend like a bet for so long and it worked? Like I think in February he was talking about Europe winning the Ryder Cup.
He kept putting more on it. It was like listening to somebody who loved AI stock in like 2020 who just kept buying more of it.
Right.
Yeah, and then he had to pretend he was really upset that America choked. So I didn't have it on. I had the 6 games on.
Yeah.
It was actually 7, but I had a split screen. And didn't have the Ryder on until at some point it was like, hey, I think my dad texted me. So then I put it on, and there was a moment where it seemed like they really had a chance. Like when Henley was up 1 heading into the 18th, and if it felt like he was gonna just take it, and everything else is pretty even. You start doing the math, they're like, holy shit. But then Shane Lowry. My biggest problem with the Ryder Cup is most of my favorite golfers were on the Europe team.
European side.
Yeah, which I think a lot of people feel that way. Like, I love Rory McIlroy. I really like Shane Lowry.
They can't get dual citizenship.
I like John Rahm. Yeah. I even like Victor Hovland. But the only guy I really liked in the American team is JJ Spawn.
Yeah.
Like, really, who's your favorite American golfer?
Well, Scotty's so much fun to watch. You know,
he's all right. He's fine.
I
didn't really like him on Friday and Saturday when he went 0 for 4. Thomas was good. Thomas had a good one.
You would have gotten killed betting Scheffler Friday and Saturday. Like everything, he was like minus 180, but it wasn't always his fault with the pairings. But that's where all the money went for sure. But
my favorite guy, Fleetwood. That was another guy on the European team.
Yeah.
I was like pushing again. I didn't end up betting anything on it.
The fans were brutal. I had no idea. Like I read afterwards what they're doing to Rory, and like Rory, like going into the weekend was good natured. Remember that heckler was like, "Hey, Rory," he was like buttoning his shirt. He's like, "Rory, you don't need a button to choke," and he's like, "Oh, good one." And he like laughed. Yeah. And by the end, he's like, "Fuck you!" These guys are all looking at these guys.
They were screaming "fuck off" at everybody,
like a big bear, like screaming like at these fans. And then, it's. I don't think it's, I was saying like people like, oh no, you have to have so much money to enter these events. You're not going to get the wise ass typical New Yorker, but
turned out you did. Yeah.
There's wise asses that got lucky with hedge funds. That's all it is. Just they have enough money and just screaming their heads off.
Well, you know what the great equalizer was alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe they weren't wise asses at 9 a.m.
Right.
Baby Doll went.
Speaking of
our beloved. He was there on Saturday and left early. I couldn't find out if he helicoptered in and out.
I think he just rode the smoke from his cigarettes over. Yeah, that's a good question. No, well, he lives like 20 minutes from there.
Okay, so he drove it?
Yeah.
Baby, I helicoptered anyway. Before we do Parent Corner, should we do Agent Corner after Parent Corner, or we want to do Parent Corner first?
Are we really? Is that going to be our bombshell? The agent
No,
corner?
all right. Yeah, we'll do a bombshell later. Today's
Okay.
Parent Corner brought to you by Scout Motors. Less screen time, more doing, making, building, and exploring. Scout Motors, creating for the next generation. Enter the Scout Terra and Scout Traveler, engineered for a future that's hands-on, a little muddy, with advanced four-wheel drive, available locking differentials, optional 35-inch tires, and a projected 1,000 pound-feet of torque. They'll give playtime a whole new meaning. Join the wait list at scoutmotors.com. What do you have?
All right, I'm getting my hair cut the other day, and this guy, Graham, good guy, cuts my hair, cuts Harrison's hair too, and Jag, my sons, and Archie when he's around. And he says to me, he's like, hey, I hear Harrison wants to be a Cowboys fan. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's a Cowboys fan. I'm like, oh, holy shit. I was like really like stunned by this, because like he was always like whoever won the Chiefs when he was young, 7 or 8. Now he's 12. He really hasn't. It's all fantasy, But this year, like CeeDee Lamb, he was rooting for him. I noticed, but I thought it was just because he had him on fantasy the first 2 weeks. And then I'm like, I got to get out of this barber chair. Like we could stop this now. I have to get home to talk to this kid. My hair is going to look like shit in 6 days anyway. So it's not Graham's fault. It's I have bad hair. So I'm like, hey, I say to Harris, I'm like, what's going on? Graham told me you want to be a Cowboys fan. He's like, yeah, I am a Cowboys fan. I was like, I don't think this is good. I don't want you to do this. And he's like, I want to do it. I want to be a Cowboys fan. I said, why? He's like, because you're my dad. And that was like a real Cosby Show moment. But I was like, no, I want to.
Wow, the crowd got silent and then it started
like,
applauding.
Oh, a little slow clap. Yeah.
You're like Uncle Phil.
I said, hey, I want to talk to you about this when I get back from Brooklyn. He says, am I in trouble? I was like, yeah, only if you make this terrible decision. You're in trouble for the rest of your life. I'm like, why can't you be a Chargers fan? We live 10 minutes away and they need fans. And, I feel like I'd be doing something good for LA. So, I mean, I really, really don't want this for him. I feel like I'm like running a business where I sell fax machines and I haven't sold one in like 25 years. And he's like, I want to do that too. I'm like, no, I want better for my kid. But what do I do? I need advice here. Do I continue to push other teams on him? Does he have to have a football team to be a big sports fan?
I think it would be fun if he was a Cowboys fan.
Oh, man.
Then you have another person to complain about the Cowboys with.
It just eats me alive. It's because it's not a fun, oh, look what they did tonight. Although tonight was fun. But I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may not allow this.
I was thinking about what you just said made me think about before the Red Sox won. I think I wrote a column about how after the Aaron Boone homer about passing the Red Sox to my kids, how I wasn't going to do it. And now the irony is neither of my kids care about baseball. We don't even have a team anyway.
Right.
But in 2003, it seemed conceivable. But yeah, you feel like you're giving them this burden. It's like you're giving them like some sort of disability.
Yeah,
that
and
they
it doesn't have to
carry
be
for the rest of their life.
It doesn't have to be that way. You could root with your friends for the Chargers. Do that, please.
So, my Parent Corner, there's a Starbucks that when we moved to LA, it was near the house that we were renting.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically like near where Tarantino's New Beverly Cinema was. It's on Detroit Street. Mm-hmm. And it was like the walkable Starbucks to where this house we're renting. And it was the Starbucks that I was walking to right before the Yankees Red Sox series in 2004, ironically, when a bird shit on my shirt.
Right.
And I wrote a whole piece about how, because the Italians, like, bird shit's good luck. So I was like about to write my Red Sox Yankees preview, and I was walking with my wife and her brother, and the bird shit as I was thinking about and I was like, this is good luck. So went into the thing and I wrote this whole thing about it on page 2. So same Starbucks that when my wife was giving birth to my daughter Zoe, I just told this story in the pod, and she went into labor and then she wasn't in labor. And then 2 days later, she thought she might be again. And we were going there in the morning, and I stopped at this Starbucks and got a coffee because I was like, you're probably not having the kid. I need my coffee. Went in the coffee, saw this 90210 actress that was in there, came out. I was like, you're not going to believe who's in there. And Kara's like, drive! Because she felt like And she's still mad about it. She's been mad about it for 20 years. It's
Is
a
that
parent
what-
corner, sir.
So she threw the heel at your face?
Yeah, it was
Different time?
Yeah, from last week. It was Lucinda from season 4, 90210 was in there. And I'm like, you're not going to believe what I saw. And she's like, drive. So anyway, she is coming home and she's stopping because she's coming from that direction. And she texts, you want me to get you an iced coffee?
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah. So she comes home and she's like, I had to get it from somewhere else. That Starbucks closed. The one on Detroit, the one we went to. And then she's like, remember the one where I was about to give birth to Zoe and you were more excited that you ran? And we had a whole thing about it was still there 21 years later. Still bad about the Starbucks. Anyway, a lot of memories. Bird shit, labor.
That's it.
I used to write columns at that Starbucks every once in a while. And now it's just gone.
Oh, that's too bad. And Lucinda was a barista recently there.
She probably was.
Wait, I have to ask, when the bird shit on you, did you go in the Starbucks and write the column right then?
No.
Oh, okay.
I went in.
You sat there with the bird shit
I went in. The guy actually noticed the thing because we were talking about it. He's like, what is that on your shirt? And I was like, I need a napkin, but
right.
And we had this whole debate about whether I should wipe it off, whether it was good luck. I ended up wiping it off, but then not washing the shirt, which is pretty psychotic.
That's a good fantasy punishment. Someone should have to wear that shirt. That's
Turned out
not
to be
ever
good luck.
watched. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Parent Corner brought to you by Scout Motors. Join the wait list for the Scout Terra and Scout Traveler at scoutmotors.com. Concept vehicles not available for sale.
Sorry about that. Keep going. No, I was wondering, was there any chance you were going to name Zoe Jacinda?
No.
Lucinda, sorry. Yeah, that would have been
I
good.
think she was dating 3 guys on the show at once. So probably would have been a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Concept vehicles not available for sale. Joining the wait list does not guarantee purchase. Visit scoutmotors.com for details. It's weird though, because I used to be a writer. And I would go write my column or write my basketball book or anything. I would leave the house and go to these different places around LA. And that was one of the go-to ones. But when I see these places now, I just think of like all these hundreds of hours I just spent with my head down, like fucking, typing.
What is it? What did it turn into, the Starbucks?
They just closed it. I don't even know what it's going to be.
But you could buy it if it means that much. No, it's sentimental. It's nice. It's
fine.
Memorabilia. All right.
I don't even know if it's sentimental. My wife got mad all over again that I stopped for a coffee there. It's like the opposite of sentimental. Needed the coffee. It was the morning. What was I going to do?
Sentimental case.
Should we do aging corner really fast or
I guess so. I don't know what we think we can get away with here, but all right. Yeah. Go ahead.
So the big controversy, our cousin Jimmy's back on the air. Triumphant week for him. We went to the show on Tuesday. It was great. It was great to see everybody. It was emotional, the whole thing. And he's back now. He's in Brooklyn doing his show. But his agent, our beloved James Baby Doll Dixon, as all of this stuff was happening the week before, had a wedding in Martha's Vineyard and was handling his whole side remotely. And that turned into a big topic for us, whether he should have flown back or not. And you're going to be shocked to know that he did not appreciate the discourse about whether he should have flown back or not, and was, dare I say, defensive for one of the only times I remember, like when we were really busting his balls on Tuesday in Jimmy's office.
Yeah,
seemed almost a little rattled about it.
So it was me.
What was your take?
Me, you, and Lewis, and I don't know how much we're going to talk, but Aaron, the EP,
there's a bunch
Polly,
of people in there.
Yeah. There was like 5 of us, and we were all giving him shit about it. And so, what does he do? He turns his attentions to me and starts getting, which I'm fine with, because and it was varying degrees of we're just screwing with you, baby, to hey, we're angry. Where the hell were you? Kind of thing, right? So he, of course, is very defensive about it. Yeah. But not so much that he just took off and left for the Ryder Cup, like the very next day. Right. So he's fine.
He was like, I'm here, aren't I?
This was the day back. Yeah.
But then left the next day. So he technically did come back.
Right.
But I don't know. I still don't. I kind of need more information. I wish there was a reporter covering Baby Doll because I want to know what the wedding was. Who was the wedding? What do we know about the wedding that he couldn't leave?
One of his daughter's friends. Very dear, sweet, sweet kid. I couldn't miss this. No, I'm not missing that wedding.
But he claimed he was putting in 20 hours a day remotely.
Working on trying to get
during the whole saga. Did you believe that? I mean, he doesn't sleep, so that is
I don't believe it unless he's on. I mean, first of all, he shows up. He's so dark. He looks like Wesley Snipes when we see him, and it's like, I don't think he's doing 20 hours of anything, but like sunbathing, like Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah, he's 20 hours, but then he's also talking about how good his swing is.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We love you, baby. So, I don't know. We just need some answers there.
It was just...
We get in trouble.
Well, you have to see him for the next 5 days.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm going to get in trouble.
3,000 miles away. I'm not going to get in any trouble.
Who knows if I'll see him? I don't know. What he shows up to.
The important thing is he did show up for Tuesday after all the drama had been settled. Right. He was there.
Yeah. I'm there when it counts, baby. Now, my boy Carson is doing something for the Budweiser light tent. I got to get the hell out of here. Off to Bethpage.
Maybe he's like Tom Hayden. Maybe he's a peacetime conciliary like Tom in The Godfather.
Oh, yeah. All right. I mean, that would be different.
Maybe he's not like Jenko. Like Jenko was a wartime conciliary.
I like that. I mean, his way is usually just to scream until he gets his way. But that wasn't the deal this time. It all worked out.
I did not appreciate that you talked about this on the podcast. This was private business.
Leverage wise, this is not good for me, baby. Shit. Maybe we run this by Lewis to see if
well, leverage wise, it all worked out somehow.
Yeah, that's right.
And now we have this Brooklyn week and good times all the way around. Good week of shows. Very happy to have Jimmy Kimmel back on the TV.
Yeah.
Anything you got to plug this week?
Tate and I are going to talk college on Tuesday. Big wins for Bama and Oregon. Those were fun. Go Ducks. House and DeBundo on Wednesday. House. Again, I got to... he endorsed my bet. Europe to win by between 1 and 3, plus 400. So that's my claim to fame for the weekend. Thank you, House.
Did you like Dante more, by the way? Because McShay was on here on Thursday, and he said that was his favorite QB. And then I watched a bunch of that game, and
you didn't like him?
Good. Yeah, no, I liked him. I thought he was good.
All different arm angles. That was a toughest. I mean, what's tougher place to win than that? I don't know. Maybe Penn State isn't great, but that was he showed some grit.
It was a great. It's great when you win those games in the other team's stadium in college football when it just goes completely silent.
Right. Yeah.
When it's like, no. And then it's almost like a pin gets shoved into the stadium. But that was one of those wins where it was just
walk-off interception. Right.
Yeah.
That was great.
It was good.
And then Friday, the Bundo and High Fits with me, and Todd Marinovich will join us. He has a book out. Good times.
Right. We'll try to find out more information about Baby Doll. We'll next Sunday, we'll do Agent Corner. I can get a sponsor next week for Agent Corner.
All right, let's do it. I know you're way far away drinking hot water with lemon, and he's going to lambast me for 5 straight days here. This is great.
I can't wait. For the stories. Cuz, good job by you.
Good job by you, buddy.
All right, that's it for the podcast. Thanks to Sal. Thanks to Eduardo and Gahao as well. Don't forget, new rewatchables coming Monday night. Prestige TV, Task. All of our sports and pop culture content on the Ringer Podcast Network. This is a big month for us that's coming up. We are in our wheelhouse in a whole bunch of different ways. So I will see you definitely on Tuesday. You might even see me 4 times this week because with all the stuff that's going on. But I will see you on this podcast on Tuesday.